Hi, Thrifty Tim here with another episode of Tuesday afternoon with Thrifty Tim. Uh, I I was worrying a little bit before coming on because I had my computer up. I was trying to enter the studio for StreamYard, and all of a sudden my uh, my computer froze up. So I had to pretty much restart it. So, but now it's working now. And when I got back up, my mic wasn't working the greatest. I had to do some settings to increase the volume on that. I think I got that fixed now. And I uh, I haven't picked up anything new over the since the last time, so I don't have any new records to show you. And I just posted a link for if you want to come on. Hi, James. I'll show you what I was spinning just before coming on. This is oh, here's James.
Hello.
Hi. It's going to show. It was just showing the record I was spinning just before coming on here. It's a low. I'll make myself big real quick there for it.
Yeah.
It's a low river band. It's a long way there from 1975 to 1978.
Well, I love the Little River Band. They're awesome, man.
Yeah, I saw them in concert back in 1983 at Red Rocks in Colorado. Yeah, but this one, the cover says it's German pressing, and on the album it showed Australian pressing. So, well, let me make myself small again.
And send Jorgen a link so you can come join us after.
Hi, Calvin.
Hey, Calvin.
Calvin, I've been wearing this cap lately on my shows, so he's just getting at me because of Iowa losing to Purdue back on Saturday. I have the link up if you want to come on, Calvin.
Yeah, come up, Calvin. Come up and join us. Let's get this party started. Yeah. So I sent the link on Insta for him to come join, for Jorgen to join us.
Okay.
I know he enjoys this too. I look forward to this every Tuesday now. Do my thing in the morning with Rachel. We had a good stream this morning. Now I'm with you. And Rachel do another one after. I'm busy all the time.
I was listening to Rachel show some this morning while I was doing other stuff.
Oh, yeah. So I'm a wingman with you. I'm a wingman with her. I'm a wingman with JJ when he does his Grateful Dead streams. I'm in popular demand. All right, Calvin. Sounds good. So did you splurge and get the Let It Be box set? I think I'm getting it for Christmas either for my mom or my sister or brother-in-law. So either way, I know it's coming my way. And Patrick, the vinyl archivist, is sending me, finally, he sent it out yesterday, mailed it straight to me instead of going to Rachel because it would take longer. My holy grail, Meet the Beatles on vinyl.
Oh,
yes!
Okay.
So I'm excited for that. So it should be here in a couple of days or maybe next week. Who knows? I wish it was today, but, well,
yeah,
can't be choosers, but at least I know it's coming. I'm excited. Yeah. So how you doing today? You're looking good.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Yesterday, I had Swedish massage.
Ooh.
A full body one.
Was it a hot babe doing it?
No, it was a lady around my age.
Oh.
Yeah,
well, I'd like it to be a hot babe. Ooh, nice massage, nice. Yeah.
Well, the VA decided, my doctor at the VA decided that uh, she tried because of all the problems I have, my back,
Yeah.
my neck, and my migraines. So,
Oh yeah. Sometimes massaging might help. Do you,
yeah,
do you take any special medication for that?
for my migraines,
Yeah.
yeah, I take a few medications for it.
No, that's a good thing. I mean, massaging can only do so much. I mean, sometimes the pain might come back, and then you need medication to keep you relaxed and calm.
I'll put it this way: I have 10 prescription medications I take,
10? Oh
along,
my god.
along with two supplements. I take vitamin D3 and magnesium,
Wow.
plus a daily low dose aspirin.
Holy crap. That's a lot of pills, man. Does anything make you kind of buzzed out or anything like that to relax you?
Uh, I've gotten used to them, but one of them I take at night is helps me sleep, but through the night.
Well,
I'll
that's
just put it
good.
that way.
Yeah, you don't want to be waking up in the middle of the night and having pain, and then it's like, ugh, that's not fun, not at
Right.
all.
Because see, I have insomnia too, so
Oh boy.
normally, but that helps me sleep at least 6 hours at night.
Well, at least you get some sleep in there. So
Yeah.
otherwise, you're up all night practically.
No, I try to get to sleep. See, I have headphones that I put on and have it connected to my Alexa, which I have in my bedroom,
Oh yeah,
and I have it right by the bed, so I can plug the headphones into it and just have it playing music.
yeah. Well, at least you got music to relax yourself too, and then maybe help you doze off again.
Yeah. See, I usually have it play like right now. I have it set on a station that plays all '70s music.
Ooh, yep. 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s were the best time for music. 90s, not so much.
Yeah. Not later '80s, not as much either because I started getting a lot of this rap and hip hop.
Yeah, it was good to a certain point, and then they put all this garbage music in these days. It's like, come on, where's the good where's the good stuff we grew up with?
Yeah, I like to
Find
hear
their
people.
genre back.
I like to hear people actually singing.
Hmm. Half the lyrics today, you don't even know what the hell they're saying.
Yeah, I like my
Crazy.
yeah. My son listens to some metal, like the screamo stuff. Can't understand a single word,
Wow.
or they're just screaming all the way through. But he mainly listens to it in his car, or he'll go to some concerts. But then he likes a lot of the music I like also.
Now I've got an album to show you that you'll like.
Okay.
You'll know what it is right away. All right, make me big. There we go.
Oh, sorry about that. I
Oops.
was trying to make you big and I clicked on the wrong thing.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, I have that album. It's a good
Mamas and
album.
Papas.
Yep,
Yep.
I have that one.
My all time favorite song on here is "Got a Feeling." That's a great song. We got Monday, Straight Shooter, "Got a Feeling," I Call Your Name. That's a Beatles song. Do you want to dance? Go where you want to go. California Dreamin', Spanish Harlem, Somebody Groovy, Hey Girl, You Baby, In Crowd. Now this is a classic right here. This
Yep.
actually wasn't mine. That was my friend's album, but I kept listening to it, so he gave it to me.
Oh,
So yeah, you can bring me down now. Make me small. Feel like I'm in Alice in Wonderland or something.
yeah.
Mushrooms.
I joke around like that.
One pill
Or
makes you larger, and one pill makes you small.
yeah, that's another one. That the
White
Jefferson
Rabbit.
Airplane song.
Yeah, White Rabbit.
Yep.
Great flick. And I like her other song that they sing together. Don't you want somebody to love?
Yep.
That's a great song. Oh, I'm digging the shades, man.
Well, these are my a pair of my regular glasses. I have to have tinted lenses
Oh,
because of my migraines.
yeah. So you're sensitive like the gremlins to light.
Yeah,
Bright light,
not
bright
quite as
light.
bad as
Yeah, I can imagine. Were you always like that all your life, or when you got older?
No, this started after I had a surgery 12 years ago.
Oh, oh,
But
that's
I
weird.
start having light sensitivity before that, even so.
Ah, what kind of guitar is that next to you?
That's not a guitar. This is my shelves and some of my
Oh,
record shelves
oh, wow.
because I took some industrial shelving units that I got at Home Depot and
Ah,
I just put took like some boards that were made for shelving that I bought that separate
okay.
and just cut them to size and drilled holes in them and I just hold it down with tie wraps.
Ah, yeah, because it looks like frets, like it's a guitar.
Yeah,
You can fool anybody with that and say, "Look at my guitar." Actually, it's a shelf, and you wouldn't know it. Oh, I just got a good morning from Jorgen on Instagram. Seeing it, I'm waiting for him to reply and see if he's going to come join us. I hope he does,
yeah,
so we can get this party started with Calvin and everybody. Get some
right.
beers out and some dip and chips and everything. Play some music and whatnot. Oh, here we go. Yes, I saw that he would be live. I'm on my way.
I tried to get it posted right after I get up on Tuesday morning. So,
Yeah, he's on his way.
okay.
And you can, oh, the invite's still there. I hope JJ comes here too.
Yeah, I think he usually listens while he's working. So,
Yeah,
and I know Steve Snee does that too at times.
yeah. I love when Rachel does an interview. Stephen Schnee always comes in when she does an interview and says, "Is it over yet?" That's his joke every time. But he's funny like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. I took Sadie, my dog, for a walk earlier. It's nice out. It's getting cold outside. You know it's fall when it's cold.
yeah,
Winter will be upon us because all the leaves are changing colors here and they're all falling off the trees and that. So fall is here.
yeah. They've started changing around us. Just at yeah, we had some cold days, but then yesterday, today, and tomorrow all in the 70s.
Yep, and it reminds me of I hate the song by two songs by Simon and Garfunkel. Uh, when green leaves turn to brown, and
Yeah,
hazy shade of winter.
yep. I have three CD box set of all their studio albums on it.
Ooh, I love to see that. I love to see.
I I have it that starts a ways away and stuff, and I'd have to search for it among all my CDs.
Well, always for next Tuesday. We can bring it out because I love to see that. Love Simon and Garfunkel. I hope Calvin's not having any problems trying to connect.
I hope his mic's working,
Yeah. Well, he seemed to have a
or
long.
maybe he has his new tablet now,
I hope. So. Well, let's hope so.
and hopefully maybe he's just having to set it up.
Well, because him to repair the old one, sometimes it would be more expensive to do that, and you could spend that much money on a new tablet, which would be the best bet.
Yeah,
Get something that's going to work for you, and you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for everything.
right. Here's the organ.
Aha, Jorgen.
Hi,
Hey.
Jorgen. How are things going in Sweden?
problem with my mic. It's good. It's a little dark outside, but
Oh, it's not balancing like it normally does.
pardon?
It's not balancing your mic like it normally does.
Well, my normal big headset is broken, so I had to use this
Oh
uh,
no.
for special occasions.
Because you were on with us yesterday and you had no problem.
No, but this mic is a little loose.
So you have to kind of hold it in place.
And no, just put it in place. Put it in place. Hope that it stays there. Well, it's okay. It's a little dark outside, but
Mhm.
Yeah, it's supposed to get into the 70s here today. And
Oh, nice
I'm in northern Illinois, so
Oh.
it's usually like 10 degrees or so colder at this time of year.
Yeah, Tim was just showing me an album he got, Little River Band. You like them?
some. I have a greatest hits album by them. They're actually really good. But then I also have heard some separate albums that were so. So I think it's a band that I can do with the greatest hits album actually. But they're not bad. Some of them are really good, especially from the 70s and early 80s.
Yeah. Well, this one is one that's just had some of their stuff from their early stuff. It's from 75 to 79. But it does have like, it's a long way there. That you can tell by the title of it because the title is, it's a long way there. It has Help Us on Its Way, Happy Anniversary, Reminiscing, and Lady on it.
Oh, I love Reminiscing. That's my favorite song by them. Reminiscing. Yeah, that's a great song.
I think Jorgen's grabbing something to show.
Yep. I think he's got it. He's looking for
Oh, Calvin says, yeah, he got a new tablet.
Oh.
Oh, let me make it big for you. Yep, I have that one on vinyl. I got that one when it came out.
I had the 1983 album. I forgot what the name it is, but that one I'm calling away because it wasn't all that good. So, but this is good. Great hits, no doubt about it.
Right. Well, like I told James, I saw the Little River Band back in 1983 at Red Rocks in Colorado, over by Denver.
How did your headphones break, Jorgen?
Pardon?
How did your headphones break?
You don't want to know.
You sat on them by mistake?
No, there were a problem between the cable and the entire phone. So it looks like this right now. It is wireless. It's how easy to make a wireless. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way.
So are you going to get a new pair of headphones now?
Hopefully someday when I have can afford it. Until then, I have to deal with this because as long as I can be heard, that's the most important.
Oh yeah, thank God you got headphones with a mic that work.
Those are the one I had before. The reason I actually wanted new ones were because that it wasn't all that good, but I kept them just in case. And great that I did that. You can make this all if you want to.
Yeah, I just realized that.
You were in the spotlight for a while.
Yeah.
It's the Jorgen show. We're the special guest stars. Yeah.
Sort of like Jorgen and his cast of idiots or something like that.
More like Slampo.
Exactly.
Car of idiots.
I don't want to lower you guys, but will you please dignify the cast of idiots?
I can't remember who it was because I think I have an album that had so and so and his cast of idiots telling his backup. It's like a comedy one.
Jeez, he's got records everywhere. Ooh, Disco Duck.
Oh, yep, Rick D's.
Disco Duck. Ooh.
Oh, some more Rick D's. I'll make you beg here for this.
Ooh, Rick D's. Uh-huh.
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that Gorilla one.
Jorgen S. and his cast of idiots.
Oh, that's what it was. Rick D's and his cast of idiots. That's right.
This gorilla is also. Damn it, microphone. This gorilla is also like this one. So horrible, stupid that is actually funny. It's a lot of. It doesn't compare to this one. This one is a cult classic, the Elite, but this is not.
All right, Kelvin. Wow. Your mic has a mind of its own. It's going this way, that way.
Mike Yeager.
Yeah.
Pre-code Mike. You can make me small again.
Okay.
I like keeping people in the spotlight for a while.
Yeah.
So is that the last thing you got that was new that you got thrifting? Tim?
Oh, no, that one I've had a while. I haven't gotten any thriftings lately.
Oh, nothing new.
Hopefully I might go on this coming Saturday on a record store crawl between to the 3 record stores here in the Rockford area.
Oh, that should be fun.
One of them's only a couple miles away from me.
Yeah, Rachel got a couple of new records last night. She showed them this morning. I forget what some of them are. I know one was a Beach Boys one. And she got a Devo live. You know Devo?
Yeah. I have a Devo album in my collection. Just it's not the one with Whip It on it.
Yeah, well, this one has Whip It on it, but it's live.
Okay.
Yeah. Looks like Calvin's having a little issue here. He says, as soon as I can figure out how to see the comments on the tablet, so I can see the link.
I think she said she got a Blood Rock album too because it thought she said something about DOA.
Yeah, she got DOA as well, yeah.
Yeah, I have that album with it on.
And now she's just waiting for her Let It Be Super Deluxe CD box set with the 5 CDs and the Blu-ray. And she splurged on Friday, and she got herself the actual remastered album, or the remix, the Giles Martin one, because Mazzy was telling her, and Michael 45 RPM audio file was saying it's really good on the record, and she said it was fantastic. And she made a video about it. Did you see it, Jorgen?
I haven't had the time to watch it yet. No. The problem is that I have no time these days to watch any videos. I'm so involved with this and that. So.
Well, you're doing everything. You're jack of all trades.
Yeah.
You got your music blogs and you got your Facebook chats that you do. You're making videos.
Editing them.
You do it all, man. You're like you're just so busy all the time.
And don't forget that I have the record collection also to take care of, to write into the database and so on.
Yeah,
I wrote it into database 2 days ago. It took me 2 hours roundabout to write them.
Where do you put them? Do you put them on Discogs?
No, I have a
Yeah, hold on, guys.
I've been entering mine into a database. It will take me months to get them all in.
I had luck because I had them on a Word document first.
Okay, that helped.
but then I figured out. I think it was around 2005. I got help to transfer it over to Access, and from there I have continued. Um, I have said that I tried from the beginning. First, I tried actually to put them on Discogs. A few shangers, like 70s singles and so on, tried to put on Discogs, but it fell flat.
Yeah,
Uh, so
I tried that. I tried that before, and when you put one on there that they don't know what the album is, it's such a pain in the keister to you.
I actually feel like it felt not interesting since I can't put. I mean, if I'm going to put my entire record collection into Discogs, I have to write it all over again. I'm going to be full-time retired before I ever get finished. So that's out of the question that I'm going to start doing it all over again. Uh, so I have it on Access. I managed to transfer the Access to PDF file and put it on my telephone so I can see what I have and not have when I'm outside.
That way, when you go digging, you know whether you have an album or not.
It minors the risk of duplicates, no doubt.
Yeah. Yep. Because
Sorry, open the window for my mom and get her a drink. I want some lemonade.
How is your mother nowadays?
Well, she's doing better. She wants. She can't wait to have that oxygen machine off because it drives her crazy, and sometimes it slips out her nose, and she's having trouble with it, and she doesn't like it too much. But I'm like, Mom, you have no choice. If the doctor says you have to keep it on for a while, you have to keep it on.
How close is she from taking it away?
Very, very close. But I tell her just go with the flow and wait till the
Yeah.
nurse comes next week to see you again to check on you. Maybe she'll tell you when you can take it off. You know, you just can't go willy nilly and think everything's going to be okay, and then you'll probably need it again. She'll be gasping for air.
But no fever, I guess.
No, no fevers.
that's good.
Yeah, she's good. Well, at least she's got her appetite back. So she was hungry today. So she had a nice burger and fries and ketchup and all that. And I had a poutine, which is cheese on top of the fries with gravy on top. And then I had a burger with bacon and tomatoes in it and everything, and blue cheese melted onto the burger was good. So I'm not gonna have supper or dinner as we call it, dinner or supper. That's what we call it here.
Yeah. So do I. That's what I grew up calling them, and yeah. Uh, I normally eat only like 2 meals a day anymore, so
Yeah.
because I'm not going out and about because I can't be out in the sun too long.
True, because of your eyesight and that.
No, but when the most calming time is to work with your database. That is when it's raining outside.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting inside, working with your database, writing them in, and listen to some kind of a radio documentary at the same time. That's very relaxing.
Well, with me, I'll just put on an album to spin albums while I'm entering them into the database.
Yeah. Do you often print out your list of all your records, Jorgen?
No, as I said to Tim, I put them out on print. It would take too many sites, but I transfer them to a PDF file and put it on my telephone so I can have it with me when I'm out shopping.
So all this wall here behind you is all records, or does it go all around the room?
Records there. Haven't you seen my room tour?
No, I have not yet.
Records there, CDs there.
Wow.
In the corner there, my 7-inch pop collection.
Ooh.
Behind the door there, I have also some 70s collection in the shelf there. And I'm not going to turn the camera, but
no, you
over
don't
there
have
I had just CDs and CD singles. So
Wow.
it's all around the room.
And see, in my room, there's one side with records, the other side's all books because reading's another one of my hobbies.
And I also have many of them also in the cellar.
Ah. And you see that thing that looks like a guitar right there, Jorgen, in Tim's picture there?
Yeah.
Actually, that's a shelf.
Okay.
I thought it was a guitar at first.
Looks little long to be a
Yeah, because it looks like the
guitar.
frets on it at first. I said, "Is that a guitar?"
If it
I
be
said, "What
that
kind
long,
of guitar is that?"
if it be that long, it might be in that case be some kind of Hawaiian guitar or something like that. But normally, guitar doesn't have that long neck.
So it took me a few minutes to realize, wait, there's no strings on it, so it must be something else.
It doesn't have strings, but it's a string shelf.
Yeah, well, I got some industrial strength shelves, and I had to put sides on them. I did. I got some boards that are used for shelving separate than that I got at the store, and I cut it to size and drilled holes in them. Put them on with tie wraps, and the majority of my collection are on. There's two sets of shelves that I have like that. Then I have some small ones that I got at Kmart that where they're 4 cubes. I have 3 of those too with records on. But between those two shelves, I have, I'd say, over 2,000 records on them.
That's a lot of records, man.
I have around 3,000. So.
Oh my god!
I think
Have you listened to each and every one of them?
I'm working on it. I'm starting over again now because I'm doing the stuff in a different way. I've been working on digitizing them also for my own use. That way I can start getting downsizing them some.
Yeah,
but that's a lot of records to go through. That'll take you years.
I know.
I had a friend once who I think it was 20 years ago maybe. I had the goal that I'm going to listen to not 20, 15 years ago. I had the goal that I'm going to listen to every record that I have. I'm not going to be behind. I'm going to know what's on each and every record. And I had a friend of mine, a collector friend, that said that, forget it. You're going to be after, like the rest of us. You're not going to have the time to listen to all records. And I had to admit that he was right. So my goal right now is to listen to as many of them as I can.
It's a sickness we have. We have to collect, and half the stuff we get, we don't even get a chance to listen to half the stuff. We just want to collect records because we love doing it. That's our thing. Well, of course, I'm the same way with collecting movies.
The hunting is, of course, half. The hunting is, of course, the half of the fun, of course, and the finding is also half of the fun. But then the listening, of course, is a bonus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But my wife understands because, like, I get most of my records in thrift stores. She's usually there with me. Spend a lot less on like 10 than people's, or like even 20 for less than what people would pay for a new one.
I'm also there. 90% of my records are from thrift stores. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mine's like at least 95%, I'd say.
It's one thing. My dream is to go to a used record store and just go crate digging and get everything I've always wanted.
I'm surprised you haven't been to a used record store. I mean, they can't be that far away.
No, well, with the COVID and all, I just never got around to it. But
yeah, but you must have been having opportunities before the COVID.
Yeah, but I planned it with a friend, but then I got sick at the time. And then the COVID started, and I never got a chance to do it. But now maybe I can at some point. I want to. I just need someone to take me because I don't know how to drive.
I have the experience.
Hey, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
I've been working at thrift stores for around 17 years of my life, so I'm soon start to think that I'm born at thrift stores and flea markets.
Yeah. It's like I said to you yesterday, Jorgen. Some thrift stores, they don't care. They just throw the records out willy nilly. They don't check if they're in good shape or anything. They just say, "Well, let's get some suckers in here and go buy it." And,
The previous place that I worked on, they when I worked there, I was very cautious, checking, throwing away records that were in horrible shape, and checking out what value of a different kind of records and so on. And now when I'm no longer work there, they have given that up. They just put in everything in a corner, and you can say whatever you want about that, but it's not.
Hi, Calvin.
The only difference is that you have to check for yourself.
hey, you finally made it.
I still gotta do some research. I couldn't figure out.
Tim, take.
I guess it's a YouTube thing. I don't know if it's my tablet or YouTube, because I can't see comments on the on the right hand of my screen. I see old videos of people, but I can't figure out how to get it off and how to get the comments on the right hand side.
Oh yeah. How were you able to find the link to get in?
I have my phone.
Oh yeah.
So I just took the link from the phone and typed it on my tablet.
Oh, okay.
A whole lot of letters to type in.
Yeah, that's for
sure. Yeah, first time I must have missed a letter or something, because I didn't.
Well, one thing
that connect to it.
One thing that I noticed, like for the comments, usually at the top, there's one where you can switch between the regular comments and private comments, and a lot of times just go on to the private comments when you first get on.
Yeah, that's not the issue.
Comments.
Okay.
Because I know on old videos, now that I'm on my different tablet, if I hit comments, then instead of having the comments below the video, the comments show up on the right hand side. So I don't know if it's, like I said, I don't know if it's my tablet or I have to do some configuring on YouTube somehow. I haven't figured it out yet.
So what when you came in on the link and you popped up on the screen, did you see private chat at first? Because that's the first thing you see. Then you click on comments afterwards to see all the comments that are in the peanut gallery.
Hold on, let me hit chat. We'll see.
Yeah, see that they found some Sinatra for $3
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay,
Miranda and I would be all over that like hot potatoes.
Yeah, if I do that, then I don't see you guys anymore.
That's a good find, Dave.
If I hit chat, then you guys disappear, and I just get a big screen with private chat and chat.
You are you're on the telephone and the telephone mode of the screen of the Google Chrome or whatever you're using. And then I know the problem. Then you see
take the comment off so we can see so we'll push back a bit more.
That is the problem with that mode.
The comment you have here from Dave, pull it off so we can pull back a bit.
That is the problem with that.
I'll worry about it later. I'm on.
That is the problem with that mode, actually, that you can't have the comments and the screen with us at the same time. I don't know how they have thought of that.
And Calvin, you got a really good connection. It's nice and clear. We can see you. And
yeah, I changed the because I was on backstage with Adam from the Record Crate, and I was all dark, so I changed the on my screen, the brightness on my screen, so I don't look dark today. Sunday I look really dark, and there's a light right above my head, so I was wondering, why am I so dark? I wasn't in a dark place. I wasn't pulling a Jeff Kendall.
Wow.
But Jeff's always in the dark.
No.
That's the same thing with me. I always have to adjust my video to where I'm lighter. I have like right above my head too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to mute my cell phone. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Speaking of that, I should do that too.
I just forgot to mute because I usually don't have. I just move my cell phone. I'll be right back.
All right.
I don't want to ruin Dave the Pickup or its great findings, but here in Sweden, Frank Sinatra albums are normally in the dollar bin. Not hard to find.
And Dave, on this one, I'll say, yeah, video tastes better than CDs as long as you clean the vinyl first.
Oh yeah, I don't care a dirty piece of vinyl.
I don't care about which format it is.
There we go.
Yeah, I usually don't have my cell phone with me because I'm on my tablet, but I had my cell phone because I needed the link.
Yeah.
But I'm disappointed, Tim. Why would I brag about Purdue winning? I'm not that type of person. I would never brag about Purdue winning. I would not do that. Why would I do such a thing?
Billy brag.
Excuse me, Billy brag.
How did you like all the spam, Tim?
All those emails you've been sending?
Yeah. I bet you were saying, "Oh no, not another one."
Yeah.
Because I sent you a couple before the game, and then I sent you a couple afterwards. Yeah, Purdue's ranked now. We're number 25.
Yeah, Iowa usually gets up into the top 25 a lot, but I couldn't believe how far they went up this year before Saturday.
Well, last Wednesday, everyone. Well, Jorgen already knows this, but I don't know if you guys know. But William Shatner, Captain Kirk, went up into space.
Oh, yeah.
On the TV, we're all watching it on Rachel's stream. What an emotional, exciting time for him. Only for 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's been all over TV.
Yeah, only for 10 minutes. That must be expensive. I mean, if you're going to get your money's worth, you might as well go up for an hour or more.
I can't remember how many thousands they have to pay for that.
Well, somebody treated Shatner to go up into space with him.
I think Jeff Bezos probably did.
Yeah, and George Takei was pissed off because I'm sure he was furious that he wanted to go up. He's probably sitting there watching it with his husband going, "Oh my!" Because in real life, apparently, this is according to Rachel, that Shatner and Takei don't get along with each other. So I didn't know that. What's Dave saying here? Best find in Goodwill was an OG copy of Round About Midnight. Who's the band that for that album?
Thelonious Monk. It should be. Here, this is a song.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's made, of course, in 9 million other versions.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's also a movie. It's also a movie with Dexter Gordon in
Round Midnight. Yeah, I've heard of that one.
Looks like you had a good haul there, Dave.
Yeah. Yeah, you hit the jackpot there on all the good, the bargoons, as Doc would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Calvin, how often do you go thrift shopping for records?
Oh man, I got lawn people near me.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to hear you guys over the lawn people.
All the lawnmower guys are there. Oh my God. That's pretty
Sounds more,
loud, man.
sounds more
crap.
like
Hold
more
on.
like live close to the monster track.
Yeah, it's like they're going go-karting around his backyard. He's got the Indy 500 in his backyard.
Exactly.
Yeah. They usually do it earlier, but who knows?
Jorgen, do you mow your lawn?
I live in an apartment, so
Oh, yeah,
my
that's right, you don't have to.
landlord, my the one I pay the rent to does it for us.
Yeah, you just sit back and have a martini and watch him go to town. Say, hi, you got to do what I
Maybe
don't.
not martini since I don't drink, but
Oh,
I understand the idea.
Yeah, I live in an apartment also, so. Are you in an apartment, Calvin?
No, I'm in a mobile home.
Oh, okay.
oh, it's sort of like on Trailer Park Boys.
Anyway, you guys were. I got some other stuff to show, but you guys were talking Devo earlier. Can I show my Devo?
Of course.
Yeah, I'll make you big. Just a second.
Okay. Records.
Okay, let's start with the first one.
All right.
Which is, I did do my homework, 78.
Move it more closer to so we can see it all. I've seen that count.
Actually, both sides are basically the same photo.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's a classic cover. So.
Ooh, on Warner Brother Records.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I think lyric sheet. I think. Yeah, lyric. And some photos from when they used to do little mini movies. Before MTV had videos, they used to do little mini movies.
Okay.
And today they do reality soaps.
Yeah, all those reality shows. Which are ridiculous.
Yeah, back when MTV actually played music.
Yeah. Now they got all these shows on there.
Then the next one is the album with Whip It on it, Freedom of Choice.
You gotta whip it.
Yeah, that's got to be Whip It album.
Yeah.
And let me see. This has all kinds of good stuff on it. Freedom of Choice, Snowball, Girl You Want, Gates of Steel. I think the first one had the remake of Satisfaction. I don't have let me pull the thing. I don't have a sound listing on the LP. Oh, maybe it's on side one.
Yep, but when I see Devo, there's one movie that I always think of.
Yeah, I Can't Get No Satisfaction. That's on the first one.
Yep, when I see Devo, it makes me think of Revenge of the Nerds.
The time has come for Revenge of the Nerds.
Because the thing I always remember about the Satisfaction videos when they had the I forget the character name, but had the baby, and the baby like had there was a toaster in the crib, and the baby stuck a fork in it, and the baby started rocking.
Oh my God!
Because of electricity.
That's kind of strange to do that in the video.
Oh, a lot of the early stuff was strange looking. They had all kinds of weird characters. Because I think a lot of their mini movies and stuff, you can find stuff on YouTube. And then this is the last Devo album I have. Oh no, it's Devo.
Well, look, the eyebrows almost like a Vulcan.
A Vulcan with glasses.
Yeah. Maybe it's Spock's
really
long
glad
lost
there.
brother or sister or whatever. Oh, someone carved a heart on the back of the album there. Looks like.
Oh, here, let me show you all the. This one has some merchandise on it.
Oh wow.
That you could have bought back in the day.
Yeah. I have those in so many of my records. Like I even have Angel record there. They have cheap for merch.
I should send this out to Filmer, see if he'll give me anything. So I know he says he still gets demands from these old albums.
You know who you should show that to, Calvin, is Michael Pilmer.
That's what I was just saying.
Yeah, he'll love that.
Because let me see. I'm trying to find if there's the Energy Dome. The things that look like flower pots. $6. I don't think I can get one for $6 now. 3D glasses $1.50.
Maybe
Oh, the
$60.
The classic yellow suit. I know you guys seen those.
Yeah.
$13.50. Back in '82.
Wow. Well, not anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so.
eBay will rip you off on
Because
these.
Pilmer had a video where he showed the yellow suits because he was getting them ready for the guys for their concerts. He has a video. Pilmer's not wearing a yellow suit, but he's like altering them for the show.
I feel a little ashamed that I have actually non-Devo stuff in my collection.
And then that's all the Devo I have, other than I have Shout on cassette somewhere.
I can't remember the name of the one I have. It's I think it's a later one of theirs in the 80s.
Because there's only the Shout, then there was Smooth Noodle Maps that they did later, and then I think maybe one or two, and then the rest is like live and maybe greatest hits.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it's at in my mess right now. So.
And then there's one I'm missing, New Traditionals. I'm missing that one.
That might be the one that I have.
Yeah, that was their second one. It's when they're. I think it's when they're like in. I think it's like they're lined up all next to each other, like sideways, and they have like blue. They're all wearing the same kind of shirt. I think it's like blue and black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it might be that one. I'm not definitely sure on it though. But I like their music, so I figured I'd pick it up when I saw it at a thrift store.
I wonder what would happen today if somebody actually pulled out that pamphlet you just showed and actually tried to order something on there.
Yeah, Pilmer said that's happened. I guess he gets those directly. I guess I don't know, but I know he says he gets them from time to time, and they try to get the stuff at the old prices.
Well, I guess our best bet if we want something, we'd have to go through Pilmer.
But I think he says he just like sends them the cheapest things he has, like stickers or something. I don't know. I forget what I don't want to misquote him and then all these people go to Pilmer. Calvin on Tim's stream says you give us blah blah blah. I don't want to get in trouble with Pilmer.
That'd be
funny. But I know he said he still gets the old order forms.
Hey Tim, we could all be twins. We could all have yellow suits on. Then we can go around whip it good.
And the flower pots on their heads.
Exactly, the cones on our heads.
Power domes. Don't call them flower pots.
And after us comes our mental hospital workers.
Because actually, I think you can. I think Devo said you can't actually even use them as flower pots because they're not stable if you set them down. They just flop over. So if you try to actually put a plant in there, it would just tip over.
Well, they got to bounce on their head somehow. That's pretty cool. How many the albums do they have in their discography?
I think it's like 6 or 7, and then it's like live, and then maybe a greatest hits, and maybe one of the discographies of greatest hits. Because I kind of gave up after Shout. I kind of gave up on them. But I know they have something called Smooth Noodle Maps, and then I think maybe a couple other ones.
Devo had released 9 studio albums totally.
Oh, okay.
Only 9.
I have 3, and then I have a cassette of
7
another
live
one.
albums. 7 live albums.
And another group from that time that I have tried to collect are the Talking Heads.
Oh yeah. I think it's Lisa Tedesco that likes the Talking Heads, or is it Miranda Holter? I can't remember which one.
This is the only Talking Heads I have on full length, and that I actually need a compilation. Also a band that I feel is we need the best in the compilation for.
But my Talking Heads are mainly in cassettes or in CDs, and I might have a cassette also. Like I have Talking Head 77, which is real good.
Does it have the song "Letting the Days Go By"? Water flowing under. Remember that one? Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. I like that song.
Yeah, because I remember it was featured
I'll make
on
Garden
radio
Big
one
for
time.
a minute.
Yeah, because I can't really see what it is. Okay.
Okay, Psycho Keller's on the
Burning Down the House on there.
On Talking Head 77.
Number 13, Burning Down the House.
Yeah, Burning Down the House. I know that.
Yep. Another one from Revenge of the Nerds.
Number 14 and 15 are my favorites. Road to Nowhere and She Was.
Yeah, I like Psycho Killer.
Yeah, I like the Talking Heads, but I don't have anything.
I've seen.
I think Rachel has a couple of albums.
And then I want to get the oh geez, what was the spin-off group?
Bow
with
Wow Wow.
Tina and the other guy?
I know.
What the heck were they called?
I have it on my tongue.
I don't even know.
It's an H fart.
Yeah,
I totally forgot what they are.
I'm googling. This is embarrassing. I have totally.
I haven't bring fart here. We can't.
Because I know Duran when they broke off to do some stuff, like one of them they called Arcadia, and the others were in the Power Station.
Tom Tom Club.
There you go. Thank you. I was ready to look it up.
Yeah.
I want to get I want to get that one Tom Tom Club record that had their big hit on it.
Okay.
Which I'm also brain cramping on. I can't remember what's called.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think Arcadia was a great mention because that is a really awesome album they made. Unfortunately, only one album only, and they have described it that Arcadia album as the Duran Duran album that Duran Duran never made.
Yeah, I have that Arcadia album, and I have some Duran Duran See, I've always liked the song "Hungry Like a Wolf."
I love
Yeah,
that song.
Genius of Love is the song I was thinking of. I don't know what the album was called, but the song I'm thinking of is Genius of Love, Tom Tom Club.
Okay.
How long did that band last?
I don't think too long. Maybe 2 records. I don't know. Maybe longer.
Wow.
It's always hard to keep track of this stuff because sometimes they get real popular and then they just die out, and unless you're really a fan, you don't even know that they release stuff.
All right.
So you have no idea, and then you look and you go, "Oh wow, I didn't know they had all this stuff."
Then I can provide you with one more of them. That Tom Tom Club still exists, and they have released 6 albums total.
Ooh, 6. That's pretty decent.
The last one came out in 2012. 2012.
Wow. One band you don't hear much of anymore is Loverboy.
The Canadian band.
Yeah.
I have maybe not all their albums, but most of them.
I have 2 singles with them, and that's the only one I need, and that is "This Could Be the Night" and "Heaven in Your Eyes."
Ah.
Yeah, I remember the classic clip on Behind the Music where the lead singer was saying that because it was Behind the Music Nirvana, and they had him on because he said that Nirvana ruined their career because Nirvana and grunge kind of took over all that hair band and similar stuff to hair band music. It kind of wiped all that out. So the guy from Loverboy says Nirvana ruined our career.
Yeah, it was like in the 90s. It was mainly like alternative or hip hop, and
let's just say I don't think that Nirvana, though I hate grunge, I don't think Nirvana was the one who destroyed it. I think more it was when Metallica got more commercialized and became big with Enter Sandman. I think that destroyed the hair bands even more because they were before Nirvana.
Mm-hmm. Another band I miss is Toto.
They still exist.
yeah, I know that if I remember right, they recently put out a new album.
Yeah.
Oh. I love their song, I Bless the Rains Down in Africa.
It's so overplayed. It's a great song, but
that song.
That was one of my favorite songs at the time when it came out.
Well, I think I have a complete Toto until 1995's Taboo.
I know I have at least 3 total albums, and
See if I can find some of them.
And one of my favorite songs by Gary Rafferty is Baker Street. Remember that one?
yeah. Well, my favorite song is on that same album, which is "Home and Dry."
Ah.
It was
talking about the album. Hold on.
I have 4 Jerry Rafferty albums.
And I don't have any of those albums. I wish I had more big albums.
Or you could say 5.
Yeah.
That I have. Because one I have is like a greatest hits of Steelers Wheel, and he was lead singer of Steelers Wheel.
Your call is my demand.
Ooh.
Yep, I have that one.
Still with the hype sticker.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Wow. I love that song, Baker Street. Such a great song.
Yeah, that's my favorite song all time.
Yeah, my best
I
friend
was thinking
Alan, back home, he likes that song too. We were always talking about how we love that song. We like the Little River Band Reminiscing. That's our 2 favorite songs that we love.
Because I was thinking about Baker Street. I was thinking about Baker Street when you were talking to Rachel about the video us two and JJ eventually get to, and Rachel was trying to guess my top 10. And I was thinking, it's funny how if I did a top 10 bands and put the top 10 on one side and then did my top 10 songs on the other, they wouldn't be much overlap.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how I think most of my favorite songs are not by my favorite artists. And I don't know if everybody else is like that, but I noticed that's kind of
like there were some by one hit wonders that you like, and that didn't put out many albums. So yeah, I can understand that.
Because I know my number two song is "Low Down" by Boss Skaggs, but he's certainly not in my top 10.
Yeah, I like Boss Skaggs. I have a few of his albums, 3 or 4.
I just have the one with "Low Down" on it.
Okay.
Well, Calvin, I got some good news for you. Yesterday, Patrick mailed out my Meet the Beatles album, so it's on its way to me. My Holy Grail is coming.
Yeah, but we're still. If he's just sending it regular mail, it's still going to be like another week at least before we do the video.
And he sent me the tracking. Well, I'm going to wait till that comes before I do anything because that's going in my top 10, definitely.
Somebody wanted some Toto?
Because the hat is the hat took over the 2 hats took like over a week, I think, like a week and 2 days.
I didn't pick the entire collection. I picked out some. Some I have on cassette, and I'm not going to dig there. So I took a few of them.
That's okay. Toto.
Okay, I don't have that one.
Isolation. And we have this one from 1981.
That's an interesting cover.
Oh, what's the name of that one?
It's self-titled. Turn back. Sorry, turn back.
Okay. I have that one. That's a classic album, their first one.
Yeah, this is the one with Hold the Line in Georgia Porgy.
Yep.
And we have 1995 Tambu. And I picked out some interesting stuff that I also have.
Oh.
VHS with their videos.
Wow.
And this is a great live concert.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
See,
do you still have a VHS player?
Yes, I have too many VHS cassettes in order to transfer them. If I'm going to sit and transfer all my VHS to digital, I'm going to be retired before it's done. So I need to have both DVD and VHS.
Hmm.
Yeah, I need to get a player.
yeah, now I have a total album that you didn't show there. It's Hydra, which I really like. It's like their second album.
I have it somewhere, but I can't remember where.
Well, yep.
He wants down. There we go.
That's
Just
one
have
good
to
thing about
look
having
forward
a small
to each
record
house.
collection. You always know where everything is.
Yeah.
It's not hard since I have it all in the same. 85% of it in the same room.
Well, when I go grab Blu-rays off my shelf downstairs in my man cave to show you guys or on Rachel's, they're all in alphabetical order, so at least I know where they go back, and I know where they are.
As they are in a genre order, and within that alphabetic order, and I know what genre it is. I know the name of the artist. It's easy to pick out.
Yeah.
I even have in that order within the records I haven't listened to yet.
Be right back, gentlemen. I'm gonna go grab another beer.
Well, with me, I'm the type that likes to be a little different. So what I'm planning on doing, I have had my albums ordered in alphabetic order, but that's been a while. But what I'm going to be doing is sort them by the year that they released the albums.
Some suggested I would put them in alphabetic order only, and I said that would be stupid because first of all, it would be impossible for me to records are here and there in the room. It would be impossible to know where I have everything then. And second, then I would have to put Louis Armstrong along with another artist in maybe the modern dance genre. The genres would be totally mixed, and I don't like that. It's easy to find when I have it in genre-wise.
Oh, do you have your
by you would be a pain.
Pardon?
Well, I'll be. Well, I'm working on my database, getting everything entered in, and it will just. I can just use it for putting them in order by year, and.
Yeah, I would think that would be kind of a pain in the butt otherwise, because not every album has the year on the back of it, and some I would assume you probably have some reissues. So that's not the year that they came out.
Yeah, I mainly go by the year where they were actually not the year that one was issued, but by the year that they originally published them.
I'm just saying it would be a pain in the butt if you weren't already doing a database.
Yeah,
because you would have to keep researching what year the albums were, because not all of them have the year on the back.
I've been doing that when I've been researching, and I use Discogs for doing that. And
it's two genres that would be a complete horrible when it comes to that. That is first jazz, because jazz has, if you like me collect older jazz, then what you're going to search for when the recordings were made or what year the album was released, which is totally irrelevant if you have recordings from 1935 or something like that. Then also, as Calvin said, not everything is the year says. And classical is also horrible when it comes to which year it's released. It doesn't say.
I'm putting my classical separate from the others. There's a few that I'm doing that way, and probably classical and like the Christian ones and show tunes. Because I have several soundtracks where it's pretty much a cast and crew that are the ones that are doing the singing too. So those I'll be separating from the other stuff too.
Oh, Tim, I almost forgot. I have something to show you guys that my aunt sent me in the mail.
Let me make you big fast.
Yeah.
Oh, John and Julian.
Book, yeah. It had a little water damage, as you can see. It's kind of.
Oh, it's a book. Okay.
And it's from 1986. And this one is from 1990. This is like a children's book.
Okay.
Rock star, so you could tell it's like all the illustrations and stuff like that.
See, I have Julian Lennon's album for lot.
I have a lot as well on vinyl. You can bring me down.
Okay.
See, we should all show it at the same time.
We should all get Velocity.
Come on, Jürgen, do you have it?
Yeah, but I don't know where.
See, if you have it, then we can like set it up for like next week. We all bring it, and then we all show it at the same time.
Yeah, next week I can get it. It looks worse.
Because I guess we all have it.
All right,
I have it.
I'm gonna go grab mine. Be right back.
Well, you don't have to grab it now.
No, save it for next week.
Yeah, next week.
I'll just make that part of the title for next week. The lot.
Because Tim has to find his. Tim has like 5,000 to look through.
Yeah, I'll wait till next week. Well, I know where mine is. So.
A lot with Valot.
We'll wait till next week, Jorgen. We're all going to show it at the same time.
If I remembers it.
I'll remind you. When I send you the message that Tim's live and I'm with him, I'll tell you, don't forget to bring your albums along.
Yeah, that's funny. We all have it.
Yeah.
Then we can all show it at the same time.
I'll just have for the subtitle say, "Show your roulotte."
Because I got mine when it came out. I don't know about anybody else.
No,
I can't remember whether I got mine when it came out or if I picked it up at a thrift store later on.
But I heard some singles on the radio, and then I went ahead and bought it.
It came out in 1984, and I was 9 years old then, so I know I didn't buy it back then.
I was like 15 at the time when it came out.
Yeah, I keep forgetting you're the young one, Jurgen.
It's probably daydreaming.
I was in the 20s, in my 20s.
My gray hair doesn't fool anyone.
Yeah, because you're 9 years older than me, Tim.
Yeah.
You know, the beard makes you look older.
Am I older than you?
Because I've seen some of your old videos. Without the beard, you look so different.
Yeah. But now I just can't get a close shave anymore with the razor, even with the blade. So that's why I have the beard.
Well, the beard makes you
That's why I thought you were older.
Like yeah. So who's the oldest of all four of us here?
I am.
Tim.
Not me.
Because I'm older than you, James, and Tim is 9 years older than me.
Yeah, I'll be 62 in December.
And I'll be 53.
You have 59 in your email address.
Right.
So that's how I remember 59 now.
Oh, you're 1 year older than Rachel.
I thought she was a year older than me.
She was born 1958.
Yeah, she's 1 year older than me.
Yeah, 1 year older.
So I guess Jorg and I are the babies of the bunch here. Yeah, Calvin's only 1 year older than me, I think. Because I'm 52.
Then I take my baby bottle.
I'm almost ready for 54 though, right at the beginning of not at the beginning, but January. So I'm closing in on 54.
It sucks. It sucks we got to get older. I guess I wish God would say, okay, now that you're in your early 20s, what age you want to stop aging at, and we'll leave you at that age forever, and you can stay that young. I would say about 25, and I'd stop right there.
The problem is, how will you know that 25, when you are 25, that is the age you want to be? And it could be, you don't know that. Let's say you're born in May, you will want to know if the rest of the year would be as good as you want to.
Yeah, might be a year like last year.
I always wish I was older.
I'm going to tell you a little secret, Calvin. You will get there.
Yeah, but I was thinking in the perspective is that most of my friends were much older than I was, or am, or whatever. Because most of my closest friends I had were from watching minor league baseball, and a lot of that is a much older audience, like senior citizens. So I had friends that were like in their 60s and 70s when I was in my mid 20s.
Wow.
I could have been in some cases. They had kids that were my age.
Dang.
The problem is that everyone talks about 40s crisis, but I think that for 40 years old, when I was 40, I felt like I was in the perfect age, because then I was standing in the middle of a road where one foot in the part of the life that was still young and curious and trying to explore stuff, and one leg in a time where I'm very much matured and have experience, and I like that combination. So I feel like 40 years old is a great year, actually.
Mm-hmm. Like that song, Once I Was 9 years old, and then he goes through all the ages. I like that song.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that song the other day. I couldn't figure out what his name was, but I was thinking of the song. I don't know what made me think of it. Oh, I know what it was. I heard it on something. It might have been. It was either in a commercial, maybe, or it was at a. I was watching a sporting event and they had it in the background.
And it's an actual song.
I think that's what made me think of the song. So I heard it.
Wait, I'm gonna look it up here. I'll Google it.
He had a couple songs that were really big and then he kind of like disappeared. That's why I can't even remember his name anymore.
Who sings?
That's about like a guy that I like his music. He's from the 70s, but if I mention his name, a lot of people will say who anymore. It's Lobo.
Oh, it's it's Once I Was 7 years old.
I have a couple of singles with Lobo.
Lucas Graham.
Yes, thank you.
I was 7
There
years
you go.
old.
But I don't understand why people will say who, because he wasn't in the Who.
Yep.
Then he had another one. He had the song about what it was. Everything would be okay or something.
Lobo.
Well, it might have been the same song that you were just talking about. But there was like two songs that he had that were pretty popular.
Okay. Yeah. Another one guy that I like. I have a couple of his albums that was one hit wonder. Pretty much Gilbert O'Sullivan.
Oh yeah, Rachel was mentioning him one night in her stream.
Yeah, Rachel had Gilbert O'Sullivan.
Yeah.
That weird song, Claire. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, they kind of with the creepy video or.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
I have a lot of Gilbert.
I know Davis was cringing when she played that video.
The interesting thing is here in Sweden, Gilbert O'Sullivan is seen exactly everywhere at thrift stores, so it's pretty easy to find them.
I got her out already.
Oh yeah, Tim. I decided to create my own segment. I think I'm going to call it "Find." I'm going to call it "Find Tim Some Music to Listen To."
Yeah, I like that, Calvin.
Because I don't think you know this band, but you should, Tim. So you want to make me big for a minute?
Okay.
Because this is a band from Minnesota. They were around in the early 70s. And the reason why I'm recommending this to you, Tim, is later on, not so much with their, well, Wikipedia says they're prog. I never really considered them prog because they don't really have long songs, and most of their songs are like introspective. They're not like weird science fiction themes like Genesis had or Yes. And then as they continue on, the more Christian they got. That's why I would think this would be a band you might get into. And I don't know if you know them or not. The band is Gypsy.
No, I don't have any of their albums. I haven't come across them in any of my digs.
And you probably could find their music on YouTube. I don't know if you can find any of the records cheap. This is an interesting debut because it's a double album, 1970.
Well, that was like with Chicago. Their first, like Chicago 1 and most of their early stuff for Chicago were like 2 LP sets.
And then I think their early album, well, the first one I think was a local label, and it says Minneapolis on the label. It's Cognito Records.
Hmm.
Yeah, I haven't
Upside
seen
down
that
story.
label.
Yeah, I think it's local. They got
Yeah.
on
Probably
a
like out of
major
the,
label
it's probably
later
out of the
on.
Twin Cities. It's probably a label out of
Oh,
the
I
Twin
should
Cities.
show you the whole thing because all the albums I have are gatefolds. So let me show you the inside the gatefold. Yeah, they start off with Gypsy Queen Part 1 and 2. That's probably the best songs off the album, but it's a really good record. And then they follow that up, and this is another interesting gatefold because let me show the cover, but it opens this way. Oh, wait a minute, record's gonna fall out. Let me take the record out. If you see that, that's actually inside.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's
Then you
creepy.
get the Gypsy, and then that's the lyrics, and then that's the image of the. And you have closed.
Wow.
And the first four records they all followed chronologically by year. So first one was 70, and this came out in 71. Wasn't as good as and as I found, they got progressively worse. Part of it's because they got more religious, and it kind of turned me off. You know, Tim, you probably like it because they got more Christian as they went along. Let me open this one up. And this is another gatefold that's a different style gatefold. This is Antithesis.
Okay.
I like the cover with the butterfly. Well, that's pretty.
And I got to be careful with this because it's wearing out. I don't want to actually end up making it a double album cover because
Wow.
the fold is kind of getting worn. But this is an interesting one because it opens this way and the record is
Oh,
here.
it's a JPEG or Unipack.
Okay.
That's yeah.
But I got to be careful because it's really wearing at the center there. Because if I keep opening and closing it, one of these days I'm going to end up with a double album.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
One record and two album covers.
I mean,
And this is when they were on RCA.
Okay.
RCA, wow.
But like I said, as I was listening to them, I thought the worst they got. So even though now this is a major label, I didn't think it was as good as they debuted, which is, I would assume it was a local label because it says Minneapolis on the record.
Yep.
So I assume that company was from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Even though they got worse, Calvin, are you just getting them because you're completist?
No, actually, I got them sort of almost all at the same time. Because I got the first one, because I didn't get them in the 70s. I got them like within the last 3 years.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say there's one group that I have a few of their albums, and they've got two main guys in the turned to Christian. One of them's a monk now. That's the group is Mason Prophet. Have you ever heard of them?
No. And then I have I don't have the fourth album. It's from 1973. I wrote the name of the album down. I might have to go. Had something behind the gates or inside the gates or something. I wrote it down. I don't know where I wrote it down at now. And that's really Christian. The covers even them like a heavenly picture, or they're like in heaven, and they all have wings, and one of them has a harp, and another has a guitar. But like I said, the older the more advanced the band got, the more religious the band got.
Wow.
And I didn't think the music was as good anymore, but like I said, Tim, you probably might even like the later stuff more.
Yeah.
But I
You know
think
what
it's
they say?
all.
You know
I think
what
it's
they
I'll
all
have
say?
to keep an
available
eye
on
out for
YouTube.
them.
You know what
Yeah,
they
I
say?
think all 4 albums are on YouTube.
You know
Okay.
what they
Because
say,
I think it
though?
was a YouTube video that I found that I discovered them.
If
I
I go
know
on that,
some stuff I found lists of like psychedelic stuff and lists of prog, but I think I found Gypsy. I think somebody posted the first album, and I thought the
Yeah.
album cover was cool, so I listened.
You know what they say? The older Satan gets, the more religious he gets.
Yeah.
if I go on that record crowd next Saturday or this coming Saturday, I'll have to keep an eye out for them, their albums.
See, I wrote down the last album because I don't have it. For some reason I thought I had it because it was in my Discogs, but I looked all over. I don't have it. I think what I did is that I was wanting to get it, and then I hit the wrong button.
Oh,
I hit the button that says you have it in your collection instead of saying that I wanted it. Because for the most part, I know where most of my records came from. You know, maybe not the exact store or anything like that, but most of my records I know. Oh, that was a Discog / eBay record, or that was a record store record or whatever.
Mhm.
So I knew that my Gypsy stuff came from Discogs or eBay, so I checked both going back the last couple of years, and I don't see that I bought it. So I don't think it's missing. I don't think I ever had it.
Tim, you can bring Calvin down now so we can all see each other.
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
want this to be so big.
There we go.
Maybe if I had my hat lower, I would want to be big. But
Yeah, you
I don't
left-
brag
you left
about the
Oregon.
do. I would never do such a thing.
He left Jorgen big for a while too. It was the Oregon show for a while. Now there was the Calvin show for a while.
Yeah, but like I said, hopefully I'll be able to go out on that record crowd this weekend. But I don't drive. My wife has to work Saturday, and my son, he's on calls. So he said he might be able to take me some after he gets off work at noon. But then he's on call after that. If he gets a call, he'd have to drop me off at home on his way to work.
But how would you get home?
No, he dropped me off on his way to work because
Okay.
the shop that he works at is like just a few miles from us,
Oh.
from our apartment.
He would just have to pick up some extra records and use them as fare.
Here, would
I
you like to
traded this Elton John for a ride home.
Yeah, because he's hoping. He said that it's their slow season should be starting soon. He said so. See, he works on. He's a tire technician. Works on semis.
Oh yeah.
So if they get a flat along an interstate or something, he has to go out and replace it for them out there.
That's a good job.
Just it can be dangerous too.
No, I can imagine. Does he buy records too, your son?
No, but he looks at them with me because he's more like of a streaming one, but he'll have certain groups or artists that he has on his playlist, like Spotify or whatever.
Oh yeah. I tried the whole Spotify thing once for free. I wasn't into it. I prefer Sirius XM where you have a DJ and they talk about the Beatles, they talk about this and that and everything. And I prefer something like that. That's more my cup of tea. I couldn't get into that whole thing. It just wasn't for me, you know.
That's like me. I just with my Alexa, I mean, listen to like different radio stations on it.
To be honest,
Uh,
actually, I think it is pretty interesting how we collectors, when we think that the hunting is a great deal, finding is of course a great deal, and how fun is it to go out in a place and you just can relax and pick out a song like that? How fun is it then? None.
No, you want to go out. It's the thrill of the hunt, finding the record you know that you want, and you're like, "Oh, I hit the jackpot today! Look what I found! I found the Elton John. That's very rare, you know, type of thing in the wild." Or even for movies, for me, because I like physical media. You know, I mean, I don't mind the streaming part, but you know, going out to buy a movie on a Blu-ray or DVD, that's more fun for me.
The problem with streaming and with Spotify and that kind of stuff is that it has made music become pretty much irrelevant for the big mass. It is something that you listen to in here and out here. You don't remember what it is. When you're looking at a record, you know you have made a choice to buy it. You're looking at it and stuff, and you know you can read about it.
Yeah, with the streaming, you don't have the album cover.
You don't have to do anything but putting on the play and in here and out here. So with Spotify, music had more or less become something you have in the background when you're making your dishes or when you're having a party or when you're at work. But it's not something that today's human actually remembers or give notice about. So that is why I don't like Spotify, because music is my life, and to me I hate when the thing that I love the most have been random as just background music. So that's why I don't use Spotify.
I mean, I get a lot of
But I
VCLT
know.
from making friends, but you know, I like SiriusXM because if you click on the expand button, it shows you the album cover sometimes, or if it's a single or whatever, and you go, "Oh, that's the album." If you like a song, you can see it there, and you can say, "Oh, that's the title of the album." I can write down the title of the album, and I can go to the store and find it.
When I'm discovering new music, I do it in that case through YouTube, because that at least you have some text, you have a picture.
Yeah.
What for me, by the streaming I do is like these old TV shows and stuff.
Yeah, I use it to
like Netflix, Paramount Plus, BritBox, Disney Plus.
I use Mixcloud because they have old radio shows, and I love old radio shows.
Oh yeah, I used to go to Internet Archive and download them old radio shows.
Yeah, well, Jorgen gave me the link for that, the Swedish show he listens to. He gave me the link, and I can listen to them, even though I don't understand what they're saying in Swedish. At least I understand the music part, which I haven't done yet, but I'll listen to it at some point. But it sounds interesting.
Mixcloud is a really great place because you can. They have both disc jockeys doing long mixes with different kind of music, and you also have some putting out old radio shows. You're not allowed to put out albums, even though some do. You're not allowed to put out single songs, but it's really, I love Mixcloud.
Yeah, Steve does this show on Mixcloud.
Yeah, I listen to his 80s shows.
Yeah, I listened to them, and the Ski Lodge ones too are good.
A little older music that I'm not that into.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like Spotify. I think the benefit I get out of it is that you can pick a band and do like their radio, and then Spotify ends up giving you so-called similar artists, and a lot of times I don't know who these artists were. So it kind of gives me more, gives me a wider range of bands to start getting into and discovering. Because
iHeart Radio sort of like that too. When you just enter a band and
well, a lot of Pandora's like that too. But to me, it's just easier because you hate blind. There's no reason to blind to buy blind anymore. You might as well go in and whether it's Spotify or YouTube or whatever, go listen first.
Well, that I do. When I see something I don't know, if I'm at a thrift store, then I can at least go in on YouTube and search for it. That I can do.
Because before, you know, you would listen to maybe a single off of a record, and you go, oh wow, that's really good. So then you go buy the record based off that, and then you get home and you go, well, that was it. I didn't need the album. I just want that one song. Everything else stinks.
Yeah,
Because
sometimes
I found that with people probably disagree with me. Jurgen probably has the whole collection, but I found that with the Go-Go's when I bought Beauty and the Beat, and I bought it based off the radio stuff. And then when I got home, the stuff from the radio is the only songs I liked. I don't think I think I heard the album, listened to the album once and never listened. I still own it. I never listened to it again.
Or sometimes you'll buy them and okay, there's one that you like that you've heard on the radio, and the rest of it is out there somewhere. And
yeah, it's totally, you know, the singles like the one song that doesn't belong. The rest of the songs are like a totally different style, and this one is because that's the way. You know, I like the whole album. Blind Melon. Blind Melon was like that. No Rain was totally different sounding than anything else off their record.
Oh, good. That makes maybe the record
if you bought, because I like the whole CD, but if you bought that Blind Melon with the Beat Girl on the front cover, I forget the name of the album. Maybe it was self-titled. I don't remember. But if you bought it just for No Rain, you would be really disappointed because nothing else sounded like No Rain.
Wow.
That is the depending different kind of depending from artist to artist, but that is also a little bit of the surprise to know if the entire album is just as good as a single. Sometimes it is, and it is the album of the year. Sometimes it's not, and it makes you disappointed.
Well, it was like a 1983. No, sorry, 1993. An album came out by my favorite Canadian band called Cowboy Junkies called Pale Sun Crescent Moon. And I knew the song on their anniversary song, and I really love that song. And when I first gave the whole album a listen, my dad bought it for me on cassette. I listened to the whole album for the first time. I wasn't into it. I said, I can't get into this album for some reason. But then the next day I said, okay, I'm going to try this again. And I listened to it again. And I said, I want to play it over again. And then over time, it became my favorite album. See, if you don't like something on the first try, you try and try again with it. And then over time, you're going to find out, I really do like this album.
That
you have to listen.
That is also I had the same experience with the absolute first record that I bought with my own money, Paul Hardcastle's self-titled debut back in. I bought it from 1985. I bought it in 1986, and I bought it because I love that Vietnam song 19, Nana 19,
Oh, yeah.
19. And I love that song very, very much. And I was going home hoping that the entire album was containing samples like that and cool songs. So I went home, put it on, and the first I heard was 19. First of all, in a remixed album version,
Wow.
which I even to this day hate when they can't put the single on the album. They had to do an album version that sounds completely different. And then I listened to the rest of the album that was more or less just smooth jazz that I at that time didn't know one thing about. It was instrumental, smooth, jazzy songs, some with vocal, but it was only 2 songs that contained samples like 19. I was so disappointed with my first album that I bought for my own money, but I recorded it on cassette and played it over and over, and today is one of the most important and best albums that I know. If you don't succeed, try and try again.
That's exactly how I feel about certain albums. You don't like it at first, but then you listen and listen. You're like, oh my god, this is a good album after all.
The problem is that that when I was a kid, I had that more time to do it because I wasn't as collective as I am today. Today, I'm buying so much records that I hear more or less. If the album doesn't sound all that good, then off with it, because I don't have time listening to it over and over, and I have total and others that I haven't listened to yet.
Oh, that's sort of like with me. One real popular artist that I didn't care for quite a while, but finally started listening to him more within the past few years is Bob Dylan. I didn't care for his singing voice, but I've always liked his songwriting.
I only know 2 Bob Dylan songs that are actually good. It is George Jackson. That one is really good. And it is a song from 1985 that I'm one of the few Bob Dylan fans that actually like it. And it's a more disco-oriented song called When the Night Comes Falling from the Sky that I think is really good. Otherwise, I don't care that much for Bob Dylan, much because of his voice. And it's pretty boring to me.
Yeah, but he's written a lot of great songs like All Along the Watchtower, Blowing in the Wind.
I'm sure that they're okay, but they also, some of the songs with those biggest artists also overplayed that it's hard to start to like them now when you heard 9 million times and still don't like it. And you're supposed to like them again.
Yeah, JJ showed the soundtrack of Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid the other day.
Oh yeah, I remember when you showed that. Yeah,
because I remember the movie. Bob Dylan was in the movie. Not only did he do the soundtrack, he was in the movie.
Oh wow.
I didn't think much of the movie. It wasn't Bob Dylan's fault, but I didn't think much of the movie.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, you probably
I don't
can
think
find
I
it
have
somewhere.
either.
Because I finally saw the whole thing when Turner Classic Movie did a special on Sam Peckinpah. They did a documentary, and then they showed like three of his movies all back to back. It was Pat Garrett, the Billy the Kid, and then a Wild Bunch, which is one of my favorites. And then what other one did they show? I think they showed the one that had Jason Robards in it, but I don't remember the name of it. I know Sam Peckinpah also directed Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia, but that wasn't the one that was on Turner Classic. It was one with Jason Robards.
That's a Western, isn't it?
Which one?
Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, it's almost like post-Western. I guess it kind of has a Western atmosphere in it, but it's kind of like, I don't know. I guess it's kind of like near the tail end of Western times, I guess.
Yeah, just by the name makes you think of a spaghetti Western.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had a little bit of that kind of feel to it.
Nothing can compare to a good spaghetti Western with Clint Eastwood.
But Wild Bunch was a lot better.
Oh yeah.
Wild Bunch is probably my number two Western of all time. And I already showed you guys number one. I have that on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Ride the High Country with Joel McRae and Randolph Scott.
I can honestly say that I had never ever seen a spaghetti western in my entire life.
Oh, you gotta watch Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, but the director's cut.
My son has around all of Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns.
Oh, I love
Problem is
Clint.
that westerns overall, I have no feeling for that genre overall. So.
Yeah, but with me, my Clint Eastwood stuff are more like war movies and stuff like Where Eagles Dare and Heartbreak Ridge.
I don't have any Clint Eastwood, and I'm not looking for it either.
Neither do I. Actually.
The only Clint Eastwood movie I might look for is Honky Tonk Man.
Oh, I'm not sure whether I'm not sure whether I have Every Which Way You Can or not, or Any Which Way You Can, or Every Which Way But Loose. I'm not sure whether I have that one or not.
The reason why I want Honky Tonk Man is because Johnny Gimble played Bob Wills in the movie, and Johnny Gimble is one of my favorite fiddle and mandolin country western players. Hold on, let me find my Johnny Gimble.
Okay.
Anyone more who wants to leave the stream while we're at it?
Nope. It's just you and I on here right now, Jorgen.
Wait, I'm going to go now.
So what type of movies do you like to watch?
Nowadays, I'm horribly bad in watching movies. But I'm a thriller guy. I love thrillers.
Yeah, I like thrillers and especially like police thrillers and stuff.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm not nowadays more watches old Swedish movies.
Yeah, I've been more or less streaming TV shows. Like I started streaming NCIS. I got into season 2 now of it, and that's off Paramount Plus.
Yeah, I remember when NCIS was just starting, and before the people saw the first episode, people were really making fun of the show because I had the cheesy commercial for it, where it had like somebody was like falling out of a building or something, and it was one of those cheesy like screams, like ah! It was like
now
cheesy.
Now they're into
it was like a real
19.
cheesy ad, and people like making fun of the show. So this is going to be like one of the worst shows ever. And
I'm going to admit that
now it's into season 19. There's been four spin-offs from it now.
I actually haven't. I'm horrible watching TV shows, TV series right now. I'm more into older TV series from 80s and 90s. Or even older than that. Today's TV series, I try to watch them, but I don't. I have a hard time getting into them. Too much talking and it doesn't happen much at all in them.
Yeah, I need to find some new older ones. I think I'm kind of done with Cannon and Barnaby Jones. I've seen that he won so many times. Even if I'm up late, I don't feel like watching Cannon anymore. So I can do the dialogue.
It's easy to find Heart to Heart. And a lot of these.
Yeah, I never. Looking back at that show, I like it when they had good guest stars, but just those two people featured I don't get into. It's hard for me to like Wagner because I know he killed what's her name?
Yeah,
Natalie Wood. I'm pretty convinced he killed her. So it's kind of hard for me to get into watching them.
My wife likes to watch Murder, She Wrote.
Here, I got a couple of westerns to show you on Blu-ray that I got.
Oh no, Clint Eastwood.
Well, there's going to be some Clint and some other ones. You'll like this.
Maybe it's time for a bathroom break.
Here's the remake of The Magnificent Seven, which is pretty good. You got Denzel Washington.
Oh, you need the original.
And the original. Yul Brynner, Eli Wallach's in this one too. Then we have the one I was telling you about, The Man with No Name. This is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Fistful of dollars and for a few dollars more. I'll show you the inside of this. Fistful of dollars. A few dollars more. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. But this is the extended cut, which is better than the theatrical, which is only 2 hours and 45 minutes. And then last but not least, we got Pale Rider and the Outlaw Josie Wales and Unforgiven.
Now, Pale Rider I can handle.
Outlaw
had,
Josie Wales is good too.
Pale Rider had Richard Dysart as a bad guy. That was kind of weird. Richard Dysart in the Western.
All right, you can bring me down.
Okay.
I mean, Richard. It was weird when Richard Dysart did L.A. Law, because Richard Dysart was an old hippie. Because they always made fun of the fact that he was always wearing a suit, because L.A. Law was a court drama, and
Richard Dysart.
Dysart was just an old hippie. He always wore shorts and whatever. He never dressed up.
Richard Dysart.
So when he did that show, he had to dress up all the time.
Richard Dysart was Leland Mackenzie, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
The older guy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Wasn't Susan Day in that show also?
Yep.
Yeah.
Laurie Partridge.
Jimmy Schmitz.
Jimmy
Corbin.
Smith played
That's something that I like.
Was in the guy that was in the baseball movies. Corbin, was it Corbin? What was his name?
Corbin Benson.
Yeah. Corbin Benson.
Yeah. So some of the shows I like from the 80s also are like what is it? The New York ones with the cops. The cop ones like
Not NYPD Blue, but that is 90s.
L.A. Law. There was
there was another one along with the NYPD Blues. I can't remember.
Law and Order. Law and Order is the other one.
No, that's
Hill Street Blues.
Oh, yeah, Hill Street Blues.
Yeah,
Then I also like The Commish.
Oh yeah, I remember that. So,
And
Calvin,
then,
you don't mind Pale Rider, do you?
No, Pale Rider's fine. Because Richard Dysart was in it.
You know what my favorite scene in Pale Rider is? When the gang is in the saloon and they're shooting up the place, and Clint comes in with that little cigarette in the side of his mouth, and you hear his first cling, 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 and he just stands there, and they come in the room. He says, "Are you quite finished?" And he pulls out his gun, bang, 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 shoots him all dead. I love that scene, classic. Or in Outlaw Josie Wales, when he says, "I caught me the Josie Wales," and he says, "Give me your guns," and then Clint flips him over towards him, but then he flips him back, and then he shoots the guy. I love that scene, classic. You don't mess with Clint.
I can imagine only having one Clint Eastwood connected stuff in my home. And that is when I had a recording of when he directed Bird.
Bird's a good movie, yeah.
Charlie Parker. And I wasn't that thrilled about it because it was every 2 seconds it was someone using and taking a drug. It was all of I understand that Charlie Parker was a good drug addict, but that doesn't mean that you have to show each and every time he showed up. It became very boring in the end. I want music. I don't want to see him drugging all the time.
But my favorite movie with him in is Where Eagles Dare. Mm-hmm. It's a World War II movie.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw the whole thing.
Yeah, I have that on Blu-ray downstairs. I have a whole bunch of them. I have a couple of other Clint Eastwood westerns on DVD, but I want to upgrade to Blu-ray. But online, they're so bloody expensive.
Yeah.
But anyway, Here's the reason I like Honky Tonk Man.
Just a second, I'll make you big.
This is the guy I was
Okay.
talking about, Johnny Gimbel.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And he's another one of those guys, Tim, that we talked about on one of your earlier, when I first started watching your videos. You know, when you showed Roy Clark.
Yeah.
This guy, Johnny Gimbel's another $1 million band player.
Okay.
He was in the $1 million band. There's a gatepost double. If you like instrumental fiddle music, this is an album for you. Otherwise, you won't like it.
Well, I used to play the violins. I used to play the violin, so I. That was when I was. That's been about over 45 years ago that I stopped.
I hope Elliot's not listening. Then he'll come on and tell us the difference between the fiddle and the violin.
Oh, he'll give us.
Remember that, James, on Rachel's show?
Yeah, when he gave us that whole speech about it. Yeah, I remember that. He's a very interesting guy to listen to.
Yeah, but one guy that I liked his fiddling is Charlie Daniels.
Oh yeah, The Devil Went Down to Georgia. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
songs.
I showed the one record I have. I think you said you had it, Tim.
Yeah, but I have several of his albums, and I've seen him in concert. I think 3 times. Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah, I gave Elliot a link to your channel to see if he might want to start listening to you. He probably got it too late. He probably missed it.
Is that the one that you did just the other day? Like after our last week show, you did it. Because
do what? I'm sorry.
I know you left a link. I haven't checked it out. One of the emails you sent last week.
That's when I was talking last week about Cosmic Vinyl, and I couldn't. I butchered him. I butchered Cosmic Brian, and I butchered the name of the channel. I totally blacked out. So then I remembered it and gave both you and yeah. I don't have any contact for Jurgen other than his own channel, so I sent you two guys the link to Cosmic Brian.
Yeah,
I think I already subscribed to Cosmic Brian.
You don't have Instagram, Calvin?
Yeah,
because that's how I contact Jurgen.
Oh, I probably follow Jurgen. Just did think of it when I was.
Yeah, and I'm on there too if you want to follow me.
On the other hand, the only thing I use Instagram for is more or less the PR for the channel.
Well, I have Instagram, but I have that mainly for books. I do show music on there at times,
But I sent the links out to the channel because I felt bad because I watch his channel all the time. Then I try to give him some promotion and totally butchered it. Not that he listens to the stream, because I think
you did a great job, Calvin. Don't put yourself down, okay?
I think he works. He works during the day. He works. He's in the medical field. He works at a clinic, I think.
Okay.
In St. Louis. He's from St. Louis. Well, I don't know if he's from St. Louis, but that's where he lives. But yeah, it's mainly garage and psych. But he'll do some heavy metal. He'll do some punk. Right now, he's been doing a lot of because Vinyl Richie started doing top albums from the '60s, year by year. So then Cosmic Brian started doing it. So lately, his videos have been top albums of '66, '67.
I saw some of those videos. So.
Well, Jurgen, we have to enjoy our last hours because apparently, according to Penn and Derek, we're being sentenced to death.
What? Can you repeat
Penge
that?
and Derek want to sentence us all to death. All the final community's going to die.
Who?
Have you watched our last video with the court videos?
Which one?
On the Static Travelers channel, Penge and Derek, they have two of them, and today they had a big apology, and you see the wig on Penge, like the judge. Oh, it's hilarious. But apparently we're all going to die.
Yeah, I haven't been watching them lately. I'm behind.
Oh my God, it's
I'm going to
funny what they
admit,
do.
Static Traveler is a nice guy, but I have a hard time seeing the humor in watching two dummies, two dolls.
Well, I think they're funny. I enjoy them. The first time I was introduced to Roy Clark when I was a kid, and we all stayed up on Saturday night, the whole family. We'd go downstairs and we'd have snacks and we'd watch Hee Haw. Remember
Oh
Hee
yeah.
Haw with Minnie Pearl? Howdy. And that's
Yeah,
where I
see-
saw Roy Clark.
They show show them at times on Circle TV, and
I don't get Circle TV here.
yeah, that's when we started getting earlier this year. It's all country stuff.
All
Yeah,
I
it's
have here is
on-
Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Netflix, and I'm also on JJ's Plex account. He shares that with
Because what's
me.
the channel? Rural TV?
RFD or
See
something
how
like that.
reruns are on that. But they usually just show like they only have like a limited run of them, and then
Yeah.
you keep seeing the same ones over and over. Because even the commercials they put on RTV late at night doing the Hee Haw DVDs, they're just like selected episodes. It's not like, I don't think a Hee Haw collection, a full collection, has ever been put out. I guess because
Yeah.
of the copyrights for the music.
Oh
I guess
yeah.
that's the issue.
Yeah.
So it's only
Well,
like certain episodes.
One show that I like that they play on Circle is they'll show Larry the Cable Guy's only in America.
I love Larry the Cable Guy. It's funny. You know?
Well, he said
Larry the
he
Cable
goes
Guy.
to different cities and stuff, and shows some of the stuff that they have around there, and he jokes around about them, all that.
Well, there was a show. I think it was a Canadian show. It was a comedy show called The Red Green Show,
Oh, I love that.
where you had to fix everything with duct tape.
Yep. And see, they used to show that on PBS or on the public TV networks, and every year I was living in Iowa at the time, and every year during the pledge drive, he'd have contests between all of the states, and for the ones that came in first, he was going to make a live appearance there.
Oh yeah.
And Iowa usually won that.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember SCTV with John Candy and Dave
I-
Thomas and the
I've watched. I remember it some. I didn't see too much of it.
Well, I know that they did something that JJ liked on there. They did a spoof of KTEL commercials. And that's where they had Doug and Bob McKenzie.
Yeah,
Or show
Oh, yeah.
you hosers.
I have their album.
I have that album too.
I
Or
don't have
can
it.
at least
I guess
play
we all
with them
can't-
on that one song.
I guess we all can't show it next week. I don't have it. What about you, Jurgen?
What?
Well, I know
Bob and
Tim
Doug.
and I can.
What did you say?
Tim and I can
I said,
show
do you
it.
have Bob and Doug McKenzie?
No, I don't know what it is.
All right, so we all have to show our Volant albums, and Tim and I have to show our Bob and Doug McKenzie album. So that'll be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I can show Rush albums, but no Bob and Doug.
No.
I have some Rush albums too.
I have no Rush albums.
But what I'd love to get on now on vinyl, I'd love to get all the.
Well, I think you need to
songs.
be muted, Jorgen. I think that's what needs to happen.
Well, Calvin, don't be in such a rush.
Oh, good one.
Ooh.
Well, Calvin, what's your favorite Rush album?
I'm not going to say. I don't want to ruin it for the video. James and JJ, the three of us will be making.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say what my favorite Rush album is because then that'll ruin my list.
Oh,
It will
mine's
reveal one of my lists.
And my favorite one is A Farewell to Kings.
Okay, I don't even have that one.
Oh, I like the song Xanadu off of it.
That's not like the Olivia Newton-John one, is it?
No,
that's totally different. Xanadu.
Okay.
Yeah, Xanadu is Olivia Newton-John. The soundtrack is Olivia Newton-John and Electric Light Orchestra. Rush did not do any songs with Olivia Newton-John.
But Calvin,
that would be a rare combination.
Nor did they do any songs with Electric Light Orchestra.
Yeah, how we're going to do this video with JJ is we're going to do a Zoom call with him. He's going to invite us via email, and then the three of us will be on camera together, and then he's going to record it, and then he's going to upload it to his thing. But we're all going to do our top 10 albums. But I just got to wait till I get my Meet the Beatles because that's going to be in there. Then after that, I'm going to organize all my top 10 albums that I like.
Yeah, actually, I don't think I've ever shown anything that I have in my top 10. I think I showed one on my Instagram page. But I don't think I ever showed anything that I actually have that I put in my top 10. Because I know Rachel was trying to guess the other day who I would have. And then you mentioned Moody Blues, and I said, well, no, because the one album I would probably put in my top 10 I don't have. Unless Tim sends me an extra copy in a week, and then I would have it. You got an extra copy of Days of Future Past?
No. Nope, I don't.
See, there we go. See, that won't be in my top 10 because I don't own it. Well, I have it on cassette, but I stuck to just albums.
Can you put the link?
I figured maybe we could do maybe if our album list is popular, we'll do a CD list. There's a lot of 90s stuff you can't get on vinyl. It's too expensive.
Yeah.
All my CDs are in a box somewhere under the stairs, which I can't get at. Can you put your link for your Instagram in the private chat, Calvin? I want to follow you.
Oh, you're asking a lot from someone who can't work their tablet.
If the connection breaks with him, it's on you. It's on you, James.
Unless you want to email it to me later.
To let you know.
Yeah, let me.
My link for Instagram is I go by the name I use for my BookTube channel. It's but I do it all in one word: World of Sleuths.
Oh, I won't remember that. Can you put it in the private chat, Tim, so I can follow you?
I don't know the link exactly. I don't have access to it right now on here. No. I don't have that set up on my computer. I use Instagram mainly on my phone.
I just
send the link. I just send you an email.
Yeah, that'll be easier with the link for it. Then I can just click on it and go to it.
Because I know if I look for it, I'll probably kick myself out of StreamYard.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Just email it to me, and I can follow you there, and then you can follow me back. But it'll be a request, and I'll just follow you because my link is private. but don't worry, I'll take you in
Okie dokie.
because I want to follow you. Because sometimes I answer on Instagram more than I do on emails.
I haven't
Yeah,
even
no,
looked at my Instagram for a while.
And then we can
Because I don't do much on Instagram. Every once in a while, if I pick up a new album, I'll put it on
But
Instagram. But
I only text with my friends on there. I don't put up any pictures or anything like that. But
I
it's
don't
just so we
think I,
can
yeah, I
keep in
chat with some
contact.
people. But
Yeah,
don't. My only posts are
like
like I put records on my thing.
the only thing I do on Instagram besides chatting with the guy above me.
Yeah, we like to chat with each other every day. That's
Yeah,
our
the only
thing
thing,
now.
other than that, the only thing I do on Instagram is that when I put something on my blog, I put out the pictures from the blog, and when I put out something on my channel, I put out the thumbnail. That is what I do more or less. Sometimes I put out maybe a picture if I am very satisfied with it, or if I bought an extremely amount of records, I put out those. But I mostly use it for PR for my blog and for my YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when Jorgen's not on Rachel's and I don't get to talk to him there, so we chat on Instagram for a little while until I have to go finish watching my YouTube or eat and get ready for Rachel's stream. Remember the day I said I was going to go eat and then you said good night and then all of a sudden Rachel went live right 5 minutes after we were just saying goodbye and I said Rachel just went live. That was
Timing is everything.
yeah, it was just it was the right timing. We were just about to say goodbye, and I said, "Oh my God, Rachel just went live." So I had to eat my dinner while I was live with her. That was funny. How long we taking this puppy for, Tim? We're at 2 hours and 15 minutes. How long we going?
I figured to 2.5.
All right, that sounds good.
Yeah, but see, I have a Discord page too, mainly for with books again, and I'll chat with people over that. And
Yeah, I got
Book. What's
I
a
lost
book?
interest in Discord, so I deleted my account in there. This wasn't for me anymore. You outgrow certain things at some point,
yeah,
but then
well,
other things are more important to you.
well, I don't post much on Instagram, so I haven't even checked it for a couple of weeks or so.
So, Calvin, what's your morning routine? What's the most important thing you have to do when you wake up?
Open your eyes.
Most important thing.
Other than take a whiz.
Well, other than that, like when you get out to go in the kitchen and stuff like that. Like, what's the most important thing you have to do?
I don't know. Most important thing is probably take my insulin.
Are you diabetic?
Because I'm on insulin, so I have to take insulin every morning.
Oh wow!
Because I almost got Tim beat. Because I take 2 vitamin supplements, and then I'm on 6, 7. I'm on 7 medications, and then I take Lantus, which is an insulin shot, and then I'm also I take another insulin that you see advertised on TV that I totally forgot the name of it again. Oh,
wow.
Olympus? Something like that.
Well, what I do when I wake up in the morning, I go to the bathroom, comb my hair, brush my teeth and all that stuff, get dressed. I don't take a shower till later because I can't do it early in the morning. I've tried it a couple of times. It doesn't feel good for me. I'm like, I don't know. I just can't do it in the morning. So I always do it after Rachel's stream. I take my shower, then I take Sadie for her walk and stuff like that. But when I get up in the morning, I get dressed and that. Then I come upstairs, get my coffee ready, my pills. I make sure my mom's okay with she has everything she needs. Then I turn on my computer and I get my coffee ready. And I cannot start my day without going on SiriusXM. I have to listen to my Beatles every morning. It's important to me because it gets me calm. It makes me happy. It gets me through my morning. You know, I have to listen to my breakfast with the Beatles till Rachel goes live, and then I have my breakfast, and then I go on with Rachel. That's how I have to start my morning. If I don't have my Beatles in the morning, I'm a cranky man.
That would be
That's not
interesting
what
to hear, actually. You cranky. I never heard that.
No, my mom knows I have to have my Beatles in the morning, or I can't do it. I can't get through my day without it. Because the Beatles are a special part of my life. They got me through high school because I was bullied a lot. I used to go home and I cry in my room and I put on the Beatles and I take a tennis racket and pretend I was John Lennon and I would sing with the Beatles and everything. They just got me through a tough time in high school. And because I suffer a little mental health like depression sometimes. And when I listen to the Beatles and I do on like jigsaw puzzles, it keeps me calm. So they're a really good medication for me. I haven't told a lot of people that, but I want to share that with you guys. I
Well,
don't I don't know if you all like
Yeah,
the
I got
Beatles.
a couple new records. I
You
guess
got
I
some new
guess
ones.
my newest finds have been disappointments. You ready? You want me to show some disappointments?
sure.
Well, let's see this.
Okay. Here's something that Eric Weinbender, I think he showed it when he was still in rehab. It's King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Let me show you the good part, which is
Oh yeah, I remember when he showed
the
that one.
album
Yeah,
cover.
that's a
The
cool
album
album
cover is
cover.
great,
I
but
don't
I
know if
don't
that
know
would
if
be
you
my
can
type
pick.
of music.
I don't know if you can pick up on this on screen, but here's the disappointment because this was from. I know a lot of people talk about Vinyl Me Please. I was subscribed to. I think I said this before. I was subscribed to Vinyl.
Oh
You
yeah,
see them
Rob Lamont
advertised
about
on
Vinyl
YouTube
Me
all the
Please.
time. That's the company that has the pink box.
Mm-hmm.
They ship their records in pink boxes, and I don't know if you can pick up on this on screen, but there's a slight problem with this record. I don't know if you can pick up on it, but it's warped.
Yeah.
Just don't
So
do what Rob the Wax did when he had a couple of work records. He took two pieces of plexiglass and he heated it in the oven, and he really screwed up the thing because all the grooves were messed up after he did that to try to
yeah,
flatten it.
Eric Weinbender was suggesting that I put it in between a bunch of heavy bricks or whatever, but I don't know if it's going to fix it. I know it's not. It's not. I tried to play it. It's not very playable. It gives me a headache when I watch it go around because it looks like a roller coaster because it goes like it's like this when it goes around.
But you know what? You know who can fix it for you if you mail it to him, and he'll mail it back to you. Patrick, the vinyl archivist. He has a special machine to flatten the discs.
Oh,
If you want to ask him, he's going to be live tonight doing a music stream.
yeah. I don't know.
You could
But
ask him.
the biggest disappointment is they're going to give me a refund, but it's a record club, so they don't have thousands of copies of the same thing.
Yeah.
So whatever they send me, it's not going to be that.
But why would they
And
send
it probably
you a
won't
record
even
in the
probably
beginning?
won't even be them.
That's
It'll probably be
ridiculous.
some other band or whatever.
But is it playable?
No, it's not
Is
playable.
there another one you have to show, or
Yeah, I have another disappointment because I found this on eBay and it wasn't a disappointment in price because I had an eBay certificate for $10. So the whole album only cost me less than $1. But the guy advertised it as being much better than it is, the condition, because it's Glenn Miller.
Ooh,
And this part doesn't look too bad,
no.
but unfortunately, it's turning into a gatefold.
Oh boy.
yeah, I have albums
And-
like that. Fortunately, I got them for under $1.
But
And
those
there's
can't you just
and
the
the record's kind of scratched up, but it plays okay. But no sleeve. It was just in the almost ready.
That split, can't you just glue that split?
Oh yeah, I gotta get something, but it's just the fact that he advertised it as being very good condition and whatever. That's not very good. That's like poor.
Yeah, with me, I'm used to getting there not being inner sleeves, and them. I just my favorite record store. I go and buy like 100 inner sleeves for $20, and
it's not a big deal finding inner sleeves. It's not a big deal getting some glue. It's just the fact that they advertise it as one thing and then you get something else.
Right.
But luckily, like I said, with the coupon I had, I didn't even pay $1 for it. Even with the shipping.
A lot of people have been complaining about Vinyl Me Please, like Rob the Wax. He got one, and the record was chipped.
You can make me small.
Okay.
I'm done.
Do you remember that, Calvin? Were you there when... Oh, you're big now.
Oh. I didn't click on me, so...
we lost Calvin. I guess he left.
Oh.
Oh, there
Don't know. I must have clicked the wrong one there. Sorry.
That's all right.
I thought you left there, or you must have clicked yourself off. Calvin,
no, I think I accidentally clicked remove, which is up just below the...
Calvin, you're
for making big or small.
Yeah, both record places they complain about.
An album from Vinyl Me Please, and the record was chipped on the first song, but the rest of the record could play, and they had to send them a replacement one.
Yeah,
but even sometimes they don't know how to. They don't send it in the proper boxing, and then some of the covers get bent and dented and everything.
But that's the same thing with both of these record clubs. Vinyl Me Please, I guess, is like that, and vinyl's like that because vinyl uses the same. Because basically you have two plans you can get. You can get one where they just send you a record a month, or you can get a three record plan, and then there's different ways you can get them. Sometimes you can design it so that they have access to your Spotify and access to some other your music channels, and then you have a form you fill out. You talk about your favorite bands and albums you're looking for, or stuff that you don't like, and they try to curate based on that. They don't necessarily do a great job because vinyl's basically a lot of independent records. So if you say you like Red Hot Chili Peppers and the Doors and whatever, most likely you're not going to get those because they don't have those. But the shipping thing is that whether you get one record or three records, it's the same box. So obviously, if you have 3 or 4 records in a box, it's tighter packed.
And they don't know how to package them right. That's why some of the albums get wrecked.
Because that's why my King Gizzard got wrecked, because because the album was bent, and then obviously the album cover was bent, and then obviously when I pulled the record out, the record was warped.
Well,
but it's because there was too much give in the box. They need to have a smaller box for when they just ship one record.
Oh yeah.
The record moved around too much in the box.
You got to put another piece of cardboard in there or bubble wrap to protect the records. I mean, they don't know how to do that properly because a lot of people are complaining about that.
The way I do it is, I have several album covers. It's from albums that were so scratched that I just tossed them, kept the album covers to use for packing material.
Mm-hmm.
Put on both sides of the records that I'm doing and that I'm sending in.
Yeah.
I'm basically done with vinyl after they send me this replacement. because I thought it'd be a good way of building my collection. But I'm just getting a bunch of independent artists that sometimes I kind of like, but most of the time it's not what I would normally buy. I thought maybe it would be an easier way of picking up some reissues or whatever, but that's not what happened. Because I think the coolest thing I got was, I don't know if I showed it. I don't think I showed it on here. I think I showed it on Docs. Did I show you not Ray Perkins? That's a football coach. Carl Perkins. Did I show you my Carl Perkins, Tim?
I think you might have. Yeah, I think you did show it.
Let me go get it again.
All right. I don't think.
What could be less boring than showing Carl Perkins? Hold on.
Love Carl Perkins. You know what I think Calvin should do? He should cancel this final me please. Just go out in the wild, get the albums when you know they're in good shape. That's the best way to get them. Don't you agree, Jorgen?
Well, I normally I only order from one place, and that is Web Shop Games. So otherwise, I don't order anything. So,
but do they send you the records in good packaging?
No doubt about it. The only problem I have is the mailman who will sometimes squeeze it into my mailbox and boom, right down to the floor. But the games itself, I have no problem with.
Well, I don't think I'd be boring too many people anyway. I don't think you have a big audience today, Tim.
Yeah, I was up to 5 earlier. Now it's down to 1.
Here's my Carl Perkins.
Didn't get JJ. Ooh.
Yeah, I remember you showing that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was
my
probably
first
the best
time seeing it.
That was probably the best thing I've gotten from vinyl. Well, other than the record that I can't play. Because I've been hearing about King Gizzard for a long time. And really never took the time to go on to stream their music. So I was all excited when I opened the box and said, "Oh, I've been waiting to hear this band." And then I looked at the record going, "Well, that's a little strange. It's kind of a little bent." But I thought, maybe it's still okay. And I got the record. I like, oh man. And then I tried to play it, and it was awful. It was almost, because of the way it's bent, and almost when it went around, it almost hits the piece of the where the arm, locks in. Mm-hmm. When it locks in place, the little piece, the little 2 pieces to hold it. It almost, when it goes around, it almost hits the one piece. The way the record, because it's like up in the air. So it's not flat, so it's up in the air. So when it goes around, it almost hits that piece that holds the arm in place when you're not using the record player.
Mm-hmm.
So every time it goes around, you hear the whole time.
Yeah, you don't want to.
And then the music's weird because the needle's not flat on the record.
Okay.
So anyway, it's a nice album cover. And I guess one of these days I'll go on eBay or somewhere and actually get the thing.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say we've gone over 2.5 hours now, so I think it's time to end the show for today. Oh, you have one more?
I showed this last one. I probably showed this before too. This is one of my other ones that I liked on vinyl. This is a post. I forget where they're from now. Ohio, maybe? No, I don't think they're from Ohio. But anyway, it's called Omni. They sound kind of like, their phrasing is kind of like Devo. You know how Devo, like their sentences were like kind of short and choppy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of have that kind of phrasing, but the music sounds like, I don't know, this is like, I think late 60s, early 70s. I don't know if you guys remember the band Television.
I've heard of them.
They had that album that a lot of people talk about all the time, Marquee Moon.
I've heard them, but I've never really heard their music.
Band's called Television. Their music's kind of sounds like television, and then lyrically they sound like Devo. And they're
wow.
they're a relatively new band. I think 2016 or so they started. So
As long as the sound quality
That's it.
doesn't sound like it's from a television.
Yeah. And then in
So
about
that's
30
one of
minutes,
the-
I'm
that's-
going to do this all over again with Rachel.
so that's one of the other vinyl records I got from vinyl. I actually really like. The other ones were like, oh, they're okay.
Yeah.
They
Well,
kind
we had
of,
another
like I
fun
said,
chat.
vinyl kind of gives you cheap substitutes. You know, I say I like Red Hot Chili Peppers, and then one of the records they sent me was a solo record from one of the times when John Frusciante wasn't in the band. I forget the guy's name. He was like a replacement guitarist, and he put out a solo record. So they sent me that.
Close
Like,
enough.
It's like that's not exactly Chili Peppers. And then they did the same. They did the same thing to me with Brian Jonestown Massacre. That instead of sending me a Brian Jonestown record, they sent me the guy that plays tambourine. He put a solo record out, so they sent me that.
It's like you asking for Depeche Mode and you get a Recoil, Alan Wilder's later band.
They send you the opposite of what you really want. That's why I
Well, actually, in that case, that might work because I wouldn't want Depeche Mode.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Maybe that's what I should have done. I should have said, "Oh yeah, I love the Pet Shop Boys. They might have sent me a Led Zeppelin or something."
Recoil is a little bit more industrial than Depeche Mode.
Well, I'd say it's time to end this episode. So,
It was a fun one.
Thanks. Thank you to all of you for joining in, and so until next time, take it easy and keep on rocking.
We will.